Firstly, looking back at the last week's game, I mean, the first half performance must have been pleasing.
It was. I was happy with that. Obviously going into half-time 1-0 up. You want to try and see the game out. We never quite started the second half the way we wanted, and it I'm back into the game. And credit to them, but we just couldn't see the game out, could we? So that was a disappointing part. I was happy with the first half performance.
In terms of injuries and so on, how challenging is that at the moment, bearing in mind the size of the squad?
I think we're okay just now with injuries. I've only had young Ethan out for the last 6 weeks with a health problem, but other than that, we're good to go. But as obviously, you've got to be careful, haven't you? You've got a few injuries, it taxes your squad quite a bit.
You're still looking for a keeper?
Yeah, we've got a boy in just now. He's on trial, and he was on the bench as a trialist last week. So we're hoping to get him tied up, to be honest, on a contract.
That's Musa.
Yeah.
And how good is he, do you think?
Yeah, the goalkeeping coach likes him. So I know nothing about goalkeepers. Just get in the road of the ball, just get the ball to hit you. But they're happy with him.
Are you any closer to having a budget in order to do what you want to do?
Yeah, there's been a wee bit of progression on that. Spoke to the owner 2 or 3 days ago. Quite positive meeting, and I've given my targets. I give the club my targets, what I'm looking for, and I've left that with the club, and hopefully we can get 1 or 2 in.
How long did you have with him, and how would you describe that meeting?
Yeah, positive. We had about an hour talking. It was only in the Zoom, and the laptop. But yeah, no, I've talked about all things regarding the club and how we can move it forward. And obviously, part of that is the budget and try to bring players in, and he was supportive on that.
You're possibly similar characters in some ways. I mean, you both get up and go. You've got ambitions. You're high flyers. You think you'll get along?
I'm sure we will. I've all got a job to do. As long as we do it well, I'm sure we'll get along. What
are you asking for that you can tell us about?
Well, obviously I want to strengthen the squad, and that's what we all want to do as a manager. We're a wee bit light, a wee bit young, so we're looking for a little bit of experience if we can get it. But of course, there's still got to be some of them still got to be in the area, still got accommodation problems, things like that. But no, at least it's positive, and hopefully I can get 1 or 2 in before the weekend.
Really? Can you expand on that at all?
Yeah, we've had the goalkeeper in on trial, so we want to get that deal done. We've had Wallace Duffy in. As you know, I know Wallace, and so he's in the area, out of contract. It's a player we're interested in, so I'm hoping to get that done.
Okay, and just finally looking ahead to the Annan game, what are your thoughts?
Well, beat us the last time, didn't they? Down there, so we need to try and make sure we get a result down there, a positive result, win the game if we can, but make sure we don't get beat, and then go down there all guns blazing, try to win the game. Obviously we know it's a tough game, as I said. We lost them the last time we played them down there, so yeah, it's going to be a tough match.
Is it a narrow window that you've got before the window closes in order to strengthen, or majority of players you're looking at sort of out of contract or in that position? Yeah,
well, obviously I think it's about 3 weeks to go before the window closes, so I think in Scotland we can go a wee bit longer. But yeah, we want to get a couple of deals done before the weekend if we can get it done, because the players have been in. We know some of the players. But we'll just address it as it goes along, really.
Obviously, a draw last week against Dumbarton, and there are only going to be a couple of teams, yourself included, that are going to be full-time through the season. Do you feel as though that will sort of show through towards the latter stages of the season, because everyone's obviously fresh just now?
Yeah, possibly. Full-time, part-time, there's not a lot of difference, I wouldn't think, on the training side of it. Obviously lads have got jobs and they're maybe doing other things, but other than the actual time on the pitch, there's probably only a day in it. But yeah, obviously we want to get a team as fit as we possibly can, and hopefully as it goes along we get fitter and stronger and stronger.
You sense from the owner or prospective owner, did you sense he's got a passion for what lies ahead and something you can work with?
Yeah, definitely. He's a very positive guy, upbeat, big plans for the club, and and then I'm sure he'll follow through with that.
Just in terms of Annan, Tommy Goss scored against you down there. They've got, I think, 7 different scorers, you know, so they've got goals in their team. But you must be happy with how well your team have defended, you know, overall as well, can stand up to that challenge.
Yeah, well, I have done last season, for instance. You know, I mean, as you know, our record was very, very good. I think it was the second best record in the league for a team to get, you know, go down the playoffs was quite incredible, really. I don't think I've ever saw that before, ever. If we can keep that defensive record, that solidity, I'll be absolutely delighted. But of course, the tough part is getting the ball in the net. Even though we want to score a lot more goals, I don't think it was as bad as people were making it. I think I said the last time we scored more goals in the team, it finished 4th, 5th and 6th when I was in here. So there was positives on that side, but that is the hard part of the game, is putting the ball in the net. You know, as you said, Annan, I've got a lot of goal scorers in there. The big strikers, a big physical presence up there. He's a good target for them, and he done us down there, didn't he, in the last game. He got a good header and we never stopped a cross, and he was aggressive in the box. So that's a big part of what we're talking about this week, is stopping crosses and stopping the service into our box. But yes, scoring goals is tough, isn't it? And we're all out there looking for, you know, strikers. That's where you spend your money, really.